Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Volume 3 of my Virginia Tech rebuild. At the end of the last video, we lost to Clemson to drop to 2-3. Next game would be against Georgia Tech. Not much to show you there, as we would win the rivalry game 17-10. For the next one, we would be hosting Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, number 12 ranked, got a good thing going on. User-controlled Montgall Cal. Follow him on Facebook. My 3-3 Hokies would absolutely have to have this win if we wanted any chance at making the playoffs. This game was an instant classic. Let's just go right into the action.
Starting off, my opponent would get the ball. My defense would come out strong. Playing physically, we would force a quick punt.
Can't be about it right now.
On third and long, he has to throw for it.
Yeah,
Back end, top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback size. He almost picked that last one up.
Coming out on our first drive, the goal was to feed senior running back Jeremy Overton Jr.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Overton.
let's go, Overton.
And he has to do after the catch. He gets an explosive.
That would work well, but ultimately we would settle for a field goal, taking the lead 3-0.
Will have to be clean from 55 yards away.
Bang. Bang.
55 yards out, and he's got it.
On the following kickoff, he would get outside my coverage team and win the foot race to the end zone, putting me down 7-3. My next drive would be miserable, as bad play calling and poor execution would lead me to fourth down, where I would pitch the ball instead of tucking it and getting the first.
Big for him to use the cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
My opponent would not capitalize on the field position, as the defense would hold, forcing a field goal, and we go down 10-3 to start the second quarter. To start the second quarter, I decided to open up the passing attack, which would march us into field goal position. Nice play here by my sure-handed tight end. But that is as far as we would get, as we would settle for yet another 3 points, making the score 10-6 Commodores. Once again, I would lose containment on the kickoff, and he would burn me down the sideline for a second kick return touchdown. I would use this play by Overton to start my drive on the right foot, and a series of nice pass and catches would get me into position for another field goal. Which we would again have to settle for, as time would run out in the half.
Down 8 at halftime wasn't the worst situation I could find myself in, considering that my opponent had the better team overall. If I could continue to play strong defense, not give up any more kick return touchdowns, and find a way to finish drives with touchdowns of my own, I'd have a real chance at pulling off the upset.
Starting the second half, I would get the ball. Immediately I saw an opportunity to take the top off the defense and connect with my big tight end for a huge gain. On second down from our opponent's 21-yard line, senior QB Garrett Rangel would throw an amazing pass on the run to find fellow senior Aiden Green, who makes an even more amazing sideline catch, and then follows with a 2-point conversion to tie the game 17-all. My opponent would find some success on the next drive, using his QB speed to get a first down. But good play from my linebackers and secondary would force another punt and I would have a chance to take the lead. I needed to capitalize on this chance to take the lead. And to do that I'd stick with the game plan of feeding Jeremy Overton, which would be effective as I would march across midfield. Then Rangel would connect with sophomore Keelan Adams for a big gain. That would lead us into the fourth and final quarter, all tied up 17 apiece. On the first play of the fourth quarter, Coach Bean schemed up a great route and Rangel executed to perfection, threading the needle to find Tucker Holloway to give me a touchdown lead. Just listen to my excitement.
That's a fucking dot, baby. That's a fucking dot.
My opponent would get aggressive on his next drive, pushing the ball downfield. Two of his receivers would collide, allowing cornerback Dexter Ricks to jump in front of the pass for what I thought was the game-winning interception.
That's my ball. That's my ball. That's my ball. Whoop. We'll see you later.
Getting the ball on my side of the field. My goal for this drive was to score but eat up as much clock as possible. But I wouldn't get very far, settling for another field goal.
They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Home, 3, 4, 3.
Vanderbilt's next possession, down 10, they would finally get the offense going, moving the ball with ease. On this play I get caught in between adjustments and give up the walk-in touchdown as Vanderbilt pulled within 3 points. After allowing to score, I knew I had to eat the clock as much as I could. So I turned on chew clock and continued to feed Overton. On 3rd and 8 at midfield, my opponent would read me like a book and jump my route, taking it all the way to the crib for a pick six, and taking the lead with only 2 minutes to go in the game. A tough place to be after all the work it took to come back at halftime. It would now be up to Rangel to lead this offense down the field and score a touchdown to regain the lead. Starting off with a screen to freshman Julius Labato that would work for a first down. I would go right back to him on an inside zone play that he would bust for big yardage. Using a good mix of runs and passes to keep the defense off balance, I would work my way down inside my opponent's territory. I would continue to give my opponent a steady dose of Overton. After this, comeback route to Adams to get me to the 25. And another dose of Overton to get the first down. I would find myself with about 30 seconds left, but I would make a mistake that would cost me the game. Failing to realize I left chew clock on, I would almost not get the last play off in time and come up short of the goal line, only to realize there was no time left. Just listen to my heartbreak.
They need points on the board late.
Last chance coming up. Moves away as he feels pressure. Connection to
No! No, that's the game! No!
the score. Vanderbilt 31, Virginia Tech 27.
No. That's ball game. Can't believe it. We had it.
Yeah, I blew it. To fall to 4-4, it's now looking like the Pop-Tart Bowl is the ceiling for this Virginia Tech team. Peace out, guys. Tune into the next episode.